The South African gravity mountain bike racing community descended on Summerplace Game Reserve in Limpopo province for the Summerplace Gravity Festival. 3 midwinter days in the beautiful bushveld, which this year included a double header of a round of the SA Cup Enduro Series, followed a day later by the final round of the Downhill SA Cup Series.
Oaks are getting unhinged on the Whipple. Not too shabby, I might say. Yeah, Enduro tomorrow, downhill Monday. It's going to be a bad one for the wheels.
Just 3 hours drive from Johannesburg in Faalwater, Summerplace Game Reserve, with its extensive network of trails and creative use of terrain and gradient, has established itself as the premier upcountry mountain bike destination in South Africa. The Gravity Festival was conveniently placed over the government school holidays and over a long weekend, which enabled riders to make the trip from all over the country without missing a day's work, school or varsity. Friday's preamble to the racing was a fun session on the tabletops and jumps at the bike village, with young and old showing off their skills. Some got a little carried away, but rest assured, no mountain bikers were harmed in the making of this film.
I'm way too close for this.
It's the morning of the SA Enduro Cup number 2 here at Summerplace. Poppy is getting ready. Liz has been super busy all day.
It's the Irish one. Hey?
Irish one, there we go. That's the way to do it at an Enduro. I'm looking forward to an incredible day ahead. The guys are super amped for today.
The Enduro race was made up of 6 stages on the slopes of the Waterberg Mountains. All the top men and women gravity racers were there, including the multiple women's national champion who travelled from Stellenbosch, Frankie de Toy.
It's going to be the first time I'm doing this, a double header. I'm excited. I think it's going to be really cool. It's a nice challenge, nice good couple of days of riding. So yeah, I haven't even looked at the downhill track yet. That's Sunday's problem. So we'll see how it goes. But I mean, I'm looking forward to it. One step at a time, just thinking about the enduro, and then I'll change focus to the downhill. And we'll take it from there.
So stoked to be here. This is the highlight of the Enduro calendar, especially for karting cycling. I mean, honestly, trails like this, what a pleasure. And Dave has done just an incredible job. It's a chore out there. It really is amazing.
It is my first time here, yeah. It's pretty cool. Having a good time, wake up to some bokkies out there, so yeah, gonna go ride some bikes. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, new race strategy is take a dual ride, and that's what I'm gonna clock today.
Jammies. She's in a jammies.
What's going on?
It's morning. It's really nice. We went to go recce number 4. The trails are looking fresh. We even saw some kudu with salt licks, so if the oaks get dehydrated, there's always a salt lick for them out there. They just have to take water with.
In just 5 years, David and Simone Baber have converted Summerplace from a cattle and pig farm to a sprawling 3,500 hectare expanse of natural tranquility with a dash of excitement and adrenaline with over 100 kilometers of trail.
Please, yeah.
Don't even come with it. Whoop off was crazy. Took a little bit of a hit, blew the shock. Now we're here at stage 1 already, pumping. Who would believe it?
Pump it up. Let's go jam.
This is a rocky stage, so I'm going to try and just stay upright and avoid punctures.
After positive feedback from the 2023 Enduro event, Dave Baber included 5 of the 6 stages from last year in this year's event. Tumbleweed, Load Shredder and Red Mountain Trails were back, while the Skyfall Trail featured again, but not the top section, as that would be part of the new downhill course this year. Summerflow was also repeated. It was the final stage. New edition was called Green Moss and included rock gardens and drop-offs amongst its natural obstacles. There were beelines for those who needed them. For the very young or new Enduro riders, there was also light Enduro, which used Red Mountain, Green Moss and Summerflow as its 3 stages. Enduro is great fun and it's all about the descent after climbing in their own time to the top of the trails. Riders are timed from top to bottom of each sector, with the overall winners in the various categories, those with the fastest accumulated time after the 6 stages. The sharp end of the elite men's race brought together some of the country's very best Enduro men, Matt Lombardi, Danny Fowler and this man, Jason Boole, in the colours of Insect Science. Jason was in top form as he consistently clocked the fastest time. His closest rival was another Cape-based gravity demon, also with experience on the Enduro World Series, Matt Lombardi. The fastest woman on the track was Frankie du Toit. A former junior cross-country and marathon champion, Frankie has dominated the local gravity scene for the last 5 years. Once again, she showed her class at Summerplace. Danny Fowler reaped the rewards of some solid preparation.
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. I came here last week, Thursday, Friday. We had a bit of practice. I dig this place, was here last year and had a good result and love the trails.
Danny was second to Jason on stages 1 and 3. Young and old were just loving the vibe, the ride and the weather.
Absolutely amazing. The lines have been fantastic this year.
So hard, but it's so fun at the same time.
All the pressure's off and I'm just riding for fun, so it's actually great.
Having a jaw, pretty loose out there, spokeless, but still good times, always.
Some of the guys are out now and a few chain rings that we had to change, but most of all have been going good.
Hard climbs, very technical descent.
Oh, it's been good, a little bit too conservative, but it's having fun. Loving the trails, just loving the atmosphere, just loving everything.
The unique feature of Enduro racing is that there's no race up to the start of each stage. So there's plenty of time to chat to your fellow riders, share war stories and even a tip or two perhaps. Once the clock started, it was full gas all the way. The stages are short, with Jason Boole's fastest time being 1 minute and 46 seconds and his slowest 3 minutes and 59 seconds. Make no mistake, it's hard going and a tough ride. Flat box for 6 stages in a day. Making sure your line choices, done often on the fly, are spot on. Win or lose, the rewards are fantastic. An adrenaline spike, the likes of which is difficult to repeat in any sport. Among the women, local racer Lohane Elis was 5th. Veteran Philippa Spies from Gauteng was in 4th place. Lohane's elder sister Tashane was in 3rd place. Ariel Burr took 2nd place, and Frankie du Toit stepped up to the top spot on the podium after a sensational ride that put her in 15th place overall in a total field of 100 riders.
Really enjoyed the trails, enjoyed the day, happy with it.
Veteran Danny Fowler was 3rd in the men's category. Matt Lombardi took 2nd place, and Jason Boole was the top dog at Summerplace.
David Baber carved out some pretty phenomenal trails for us to race on. Good racing. Lombardi putting me under proper pressure, and Danny Fowler also. He's cooking hard, putting the elite men under pressure. We got downhill still to go. Just a spectacular weekend out here at Summerplace.
The Enduro race done and dusted. It was time to enjoy the delights on offer at the bike village at Summerplace. There was plenty to eat and drink. The riders then watched the latest round of the Downhill World Cup Series. Ideal prep for the following day's racing.
The track is 1.7 kilometers long with about 200 meters of elevation. Some gnarly rock gardens, loose flat corners. Top speeds are around about 55 to 60 k's an hour. So that's it. And some nice jumps in the end with a good spectator hotspot.
Right, we're rolling. We're ready?
Yeah. Alrighty, guys and girls, got yourselves a SADH Cup course preview. Jason Boole here, doing all the talking. Lucas Itzman up from the Cape, doing all the whipping. He's a young lad racing in the junior men's category. Alright, so up at the top here, lots of these little pebble kind of rocks. Not going to trouble you too much, but you want to be looking for the smooth lines, little nibbly bits between the boulders. Try and reduce your rolling resistance as much as possible. There's a couple drifty right-handers here, such as that one. Luke is flowing nicely here. Yeah, a very loose right-hander. Out the rock. I've been struggling with that one a bit. And then we're going to get set up into a left-hand berm. It's absolutely terrifying because it has been getting destroyed by all the wheels this week. So flat cornering, definitely the name of the game up here at Summerplace. Want to find that balance of traction and speed. Some rollers to pump. Then out into the flats here. Guys are going to be cranking the pedals, eking out a couple seconds. And we're approaching the first of the technical rock sections. Line here I thought was on the right. Luke is going left, taking some big hits. Running smooth. I'm liking the left exit there. As you can see, there is a bit of variation on tap. There's options. So in between the main features, you've got these smaller little chunky sections where you just want to be carrying speed. It's pretty hard to spot the lines. I'm not quite dialed in yet. So just reading what's coming out from under Luca's wheel. Oh, nice drifty left-hander. Get the foot out here. Gavin on the right-hand line here. Luca's going left again. Right seems to be holding up. The rocks here just want to destroy your wheels. It's pretty terrifying. Just charging in blind. Caught up a bit of traffic here. Some guys on their XC bikes being bold, taking on the DH track. Good to see. Yeah, a little bit more flat cornering. Oh, beautiful whip from Luca. And now we're coming into the final straight where it's all about just carrying as much speed as possible, hanging onto your bike, stopping that front wheel from drifting, pumping the little undulations, and then going big on the last jumps. Oh, was hoping for a no-hander from Luca, but sadly not. That is the track. We're expecting race times of around 2 minutes 40. That was good clean lines from man in the Cape. Good work, Rude.
You know, getting final things ready to get on the shuttles, but yeah, it's gonna be cool. Pretty keen for it. Track's cool. It's getting nice and blown out, so it should be, yeah, pretty good finals. Looking forward to it.
Feeling good, so looking forward to getting the race run done.
With the seeding runs done the previous afternoon, it was straight into the finals runs. The shuttle drive up to the start was like a free game drive. Then it was cameras, lights and action as the riders blasted away from the start. 60-odd mountain bikers across 10 categories emptied their tanks down the track. Junior boys to the master men were all there. Ariel Bear was the fastest of the junior women. And Lahane Earless the best of the youth women. In the very competitive sub-veterans men's race, Bryce Munro in the blue and white kit was all class. Superb lines and great control over the rocks. Bryce was the only sub-3-minute rider in his category. Andries van Heerden was the pick of the bunch in the veteran men's race. And Sean O'Flynn Madden was back once again, showing a clean pair of wheels to his rivals in the Masters men's category. The elite men's race saw a great battle between young Philip van Skalkwyk, a 19-year-old from Stellenbosch, and a fellow former pole rower, Matt Lombardi. The pair were both gunning for a first SA Cup win, and they gave the crowd plenty of entertainment. Top junior boy was Effort Maritz, just ahead of Luke Stafford.
Real fast, fun, loose, yeah, sick.
Sabine Thies was second in the elite women's race, behind the brilliant Frankie du Toit, the national champion, who made a clean sweep of wins in all 4 rounds of the Cup Series. In the junior men, Ethan Hunt had won rounds 1 and 2 and was third in round 3, but at Summerplace he had no peers. He won by nearly 8 seconds. Top of the pile in the elite men's race was Matt Lombardi, who won by nearly 5 seconds to take the overall title.
It actually feels really good. I think this is actually my first SA downhill win, so yeah, super stoked. It's nice to see some progression in this discipline. It's been a while coming, but yeah, it feels good. not all the big hitters are here. Shout out to my boy T Mayo out in Europe representing, but yeah, it's good to still win one. We raced the Enduro a couple days ago, now the downhill. I love racing, so to do both in the same weekend in an incredible place like Summerplace, yeah, pretty special.
It was a wild day, fun having to do seeding yesterday and race today. That was something different. The track was super loose today. It really deteriorated over the weekend, which made the racing that much more interesting today. So I'm really happy I managed to pull it off.
Summerplace. It's where you want to be on your bike in winter, it seems.